News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Monday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded 8 o'clock newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. The Clinton American Legion is recruiting for students to take a summer trip and build their own governments and learn about civics. Josh Thielen is the department adjutant for the American Legion and explains Boys and Girls State is a one-weekend experience where kids can build their own city and state governments and learn about civics.
The best way to explain Boys and Girls State is it's a crash course on civics and government. It's 1 week that you'll spend at Eastern Illinois University. It's for juniors going into their senior year, and you come in and you're put into cities. Then from those cities, you elect your mayors, you elect all your elected officials. You wind up electing and forming a full government, a statewide government. You'll elect a governor and everything else. And you continue to progress that way, and you compete against each other with there's sports that you can get involved with. You can cast judgments against each other and file lawsuits against each other and really just embark on that opportunity and have fun with it. We want you to come in and just experience new friendships, but understand how government is supposed to work and provide an opportunity for students who, even if you're not fully interested in government, maybe you've got a slight interest in it. Maybe you just want to have a week away from your family. It's paid for. It's free. The Post will pay, or the sponsoring Post, whoever it winds up being. And for us, it'll probably be Clinton. We've got the capability to send some kids, and we really want to do it. But go and test yourself. Give yourself the opportunity to try to be successful. One of the best scholarship opportunities is out of this program. We have the Samsung Scholarship, which is $10,000, I think, scholarship. Like it's a great opportunity for any junior looking into their senior year. It's a resume builder. It's great on college applications. Even if you don't have any plans whatsoever to go into government, having Boys State on your resume is an instant identifier, and we really need to promote people and get the students to understand the importance of going to something like this.
Thielen has never heard negative feedback from students who have gone on this trip. He says you should take the leap if you're on the fence.
So I have yet to hear any negative feedback from it. When they come back, they are so grateful for that opportunity. Maybe not so much on the idea of dealing with government, but the friendships they make, the stories they get to tell of what they did and how they did it. So many of the students that went and participated come back as counselors. They come back to assist in the future when they've got an opportunity to go and help share that experience that they had, and they get to do it again. So like I said, I have yet to hear any negative feedback on it. I love this program, and I wish in 2002, 2003, when I could have gone, that I would have known about it. It's one of those programs that if you don't go and you're thinking about it and you don't take that opportunity, you're going to be disappointed that you didn't do it.
The Legion is reaching out to schools to promote the program. He hopes that students see the value of the educational and recreational opportunities of Boys and Girls State.
This year, I've got to look it up again so I get the dates right, because I always cross up. We got 3 events back to back to back on each other. We're trying to reach out. I've sent emails to the counselors at school and tried to let them know the importance of sending kids, and hoping that they will get on board and help us try to get some people, or get some of the students to take part. So Boys State is June 7th through the 13th. Girls State, I believe, is the week right after that. And then we've got the Youth Police Program in Springfield the week right after that. So anybody that's eligible for that, so if you're a junior that's under 17 years old, then you can participate in either Boys or Girls State and in the Youth Police Program. You're not limited to only participating in one, but That's 2 weeks that you get to spend away from your family, and it's paid for by the Legion.
Anyone interested in participating in Boys or Girls States should reach out to the Legion to get more information about visiting IllinoisBoysState.org. A rural Logan County school district is seeking to take advantage of an energy grant that would help them save on energy costs. Jason Spang is the superintendent of Mount Pulaski Schools and indicates the grant is through the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. He says there's a couple of ways schools can qualify for the funding.
You always try to keep your eyes open and your ears open for grant opportunities. And so we were lucky enough to learn and hear about a grant opportunity. It's called the Energy Transition Community Grant, and it's offered through the state of Illinois by the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, DCEO, in the state of Illinois. They're housed out of Springfield. And a gentleman by the name of Matt Swain is in charge of the grant. And essentially, if you're within 30 geographical miles of a plant closure, so in our case, the Viper Mine coal mine closure, it just closed, but it also went through a significant reduction back in 2020, 2021. That qualifies us for this grant opportunity. And it's a 6-year window that you can receive revenue and funding out of this $40 million grant that's refunded every year. And any government entity can tap in as long as you're within those 30-mile parameters. So there is a formula that they use for the appropriation of this grant. And basically, it's a minimum of $50,000 a year plus a job loss factor.
According to Spang, the grant is not competitive, so they can submit the information required and be reimbursed.
So for our case in the Viper Mine, back as early as 2012, they had 383 employees. Well, now they have 13 employees. So there's a formula of a job loss factor, and then the last part is your revenue lost. And so they use that formula to appropriate you a percentage every year. And so there's a phase 1 and a phase 2 application process, but it's not a competitive grant. It's just a completion grant. So as long as we qualify and we put our name in, we'll get an appropriated amount of revenue that hopefully supersedes how much we lost during the last at least 6 or 7 years. But we can use that to put funding in for some of the projects we have along the way, like the solar project we have for this summer with the solar panels for our district. We can also use it for existing projects. So Veterans Park, which we've talked about many times on this show, which is going to bring in athletic tourism into our community.
The district plans to use the funds for several summer projects. Among them is also the bus barn construction over the summer. However, this grant is not a one-time award. Spang indicates the district will need to reapply periodically to continue receiving support. He says they will submit their information and see what they get. 16 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Monday. Time now for a look at this morning's obituaries. 56-year-old Thomas Elvin Belangi of Farmer City passed away Friday, April 4th. Funeral services for 56-year-old Thomas Elvin Belangi will be at 11 a.m. Wednesday at Calvert Belangi Bruce Funeral Home of Farmer City, with Pastor Dave Ashby officiating. Burial will be in Oak Park Cemetery in Clinton. The visitation will be from 4 to 7 p.m. Tuesday at the funeral home. Memorial donations can be made to a charity of the donor's choice in Tom's memory. 89-year-old Melva Noreen Smith Yetz Wilhelm passed away in Normal on Sunday, January 26th. Memorial services for 89-year-old Melva Noreen Smith Yetz Wilhelm will be held at McCord Cemetery in Fullerton, Farmer City at a later date. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.